I used to have really expensive show horses. I rode cutting horses and hunter jumpers and got into dressage, and I just absolutely loved riding. So did my friends. So when they would come over, here I was, 17 years old, and they all wanted to ride my horse, and they couldn't because they were show horses. So I decided, well, how can I get around that? I became a trainer. I started teaching my friends how to ride horses, and that's when I got started in instruction and training. I applied for a position that had 350 people that were applying for this same position. I'd never done anything like this before. It was law enforcement. And so I actually won the job. And so here I am in law enforcement. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Well, I became a community services officer, and I went around to neighborhoods and just had the time of my life. But that wasn't it. I got into dispatch, I got into records. I just did all kinds of very cool things. A friend of mine, when I was working in law enforcement, gave me a call and she goes, Pamela, what do you think about going to Kosovo? And I was like, what is Kosovo? So she showed me where it was, told me all about it, and that I had a great opportunity. So I went for 6 months and worked with Albanians and Serbians. And my whole job was to bring two war-torn communities together. It was the time of great, I don't know what to say. It was just really powerful. I met people that completely changed my life. They changed my view of life. I came home thinking that I was so self-righteous and so entitled and so self-centered. I just completely transformed from that experience. I will always be indebted to Kosovars. So one of the things that I really love to do is dance. And West Coast Swing became my dance. So I love to go dancing, love to go out. And of course, I'm not that great at it. I just have a really good time with it. In November of 2011, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. And when I spoke with my doctor, fortunately, it was a couple of years later, he said, oh, I gave you about 2 months to live. So fortunately, because he didn't tell me that, I was cured completely and healed within 3 months. And I've got a great blog post about it. If you want to go read that, I can definitely talk to you about it. It was when I really had to get in and coach myself and build my own team of people that I knew were going to help me get beyond something that was totally life-threatening. Part of my healing from the cancer was for me to move to the tropics. Pretty bizarre, huh? Well, it was actually the right thing for me to do because I laid in the sun for hours and hours and hours every day, and I ran my business, still had coaching clients, flew back and forth to different countries, and trained and worked with amazing people, and just had the time of our lives for 5 solid years. Belize, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala. Fun. When we were in Mexico, someone introduced us to this sport that I still cannot put down. It was called pickleball. You will find me on the court 3 to 4 days a week in my off time. And I absolutely love it. I'm not that good at it, but I really like to play. And it just gets me out, keeps me fit, and come join me. I dare you. The two people that I most love to work with are now finally in my company. And that is my daughter Amy and my other daughter Chantel. They are just a joy to me. They're so much fun to work with. Their talent is off the charts. And it's just a blessing to have them in my company with me. And it's something that I'm very proud of. One of the things that most of my clients say that they just love about me is that I'm so incredibly intuitive. Well, I want to sort of move that into I'm very observant. I hear what people say. I hear what they're not saying. And I kind of pick up on what's in between. I can really help people with that. I just love that. It's a gift, it's a talent, and I bring it definitely to the table with my clients. One of the challenges that people have is that they're living a story that no longer serves them. Maybe whatever happened to them in their past, it worked for them, and it's what got them through whatever the trauma was that they lived through. However, when they bring it fast forward to today and they're trying to drive a large company or an organization or a small company, whatever it is that they're doing, often that's where they're stuck. That's what their feet are in the sand and they just can't move. So, what I do is I help people relive that story in a brand new way, in a way that it no longer gets in their way and it serves them and helps them be the most successful, most incredible person that they could ever be.